Thank you, Elena, for passing the glass to me.
Thank you for the interview. Very good first question to start. Okay, if we talk about numbers, 71% of our world is covered by seawater. 2.5% of all that water is fresh water, but only 0.3 of all that water is accessible for our use. But we are talking about percentages, and we are not talking about the people on our planet. We never put in perspective that it doesn't matter if we have 2,000, 3,000. Now we are 8,000 million people in the world. In 2050, we will be 10 billion, 10,000 million people. And the only one source of water we have, potable water from our mother nature, is the hydrological cycle. For that reason, it doesn't matter. We are waiting for the hydrological cycle to produce enough water for us. And it is not enough. For that reason, we need sources of desalination and reuse. But let's put in perspective the water we have. Just to you to know, if we put all the water on the planet in a sphere, we will have a sphere of 1,300 kilometers. But if we talk about our surface water, all that water could be in a sphere of 56 kilometers. It's nothing. And we are doing everything we are doing only with this water. It's not enough. It's not enough. We need more water. And this is one thing. On the other hand, if you consider all the water in our world, on our rivers, we have only 2,000 cubic kilometers of water. And do you know how much wastewater we are discharging every year? 400 cubic kilometers. It is a lot of water that we are polluting. For that reason, what United Nations and the World Bank are saying about what we predict for the future if we are not doing anything, we will have too much water, including the climate change. We will have too much water, too little, and pollution. And pollution is the anthropogenic effect. We are polluting. Wow, I love this question. Actually, I love sharing the answer. The most important thing when we talk about water is quality. We shouldn't care about the source. Why? Because you could have the same source with different qualities. Actually, if you analyze and if you investigate in internet, you will see that at least 93% of the water in a study, I don't remember the magazine, but it's very, very easy to try with 93% spring water, and you will see that most of the water contains microplastics, and that those microplastics could contain PFAS, heavy metals, different pollutants. For that reason, the most important thing is when we talk about quality is related with the process that you use for that water purification. In the case of water reuse, the tertiary treatment or quaternary treatment include a very, very, very advanced processes to remove everything from the water. What it is in our regulation, and all those processes are one step ahead of our regulation, water regulation in every country. For that reason, if you give me the possibility to choose between water reuse or mineral water, no doubt, for me, is water reuse. My inspiration is when I think about the future of the water, we should combine science with communication. What happened for many, many years, we were thinking that communication among ourselves and the rest of the world not understanding anything we were saying, it was enough. And the truth is that it was enough for sure. We need to improve the way that we communicate. For example, the best example I have is desalination. When you talk about desalination, you will read everywhere that desalination is energy intensive and blah, blah, blah. Okay, if desalination is energy intensive, how you could explain to me that to produce this glass of water, I need the same from the sea, I need the same energy we need for a Google or internet search. Then we have enough energy to do this, and we don't have energy to purify a glass of water from the sea. What's happened when we talk about that it is energy intensive? Because in some cases we have 3 million people drinking seawater desalination, but because we have a lot of people, for that reason it's energy intensive, because we need too much water. But just to remember for the next time that you hear that the desalination is very expensive, remember that we need the same energy for a Google search than the energy that we need to purify a glass of water from the sea. I could love to hear from someone with the same passion than me for water. For that reason, I will pass the glass of water to my friend, Walid Khoury.